And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the last Friday of August. It is August 29th edition of Makers and Movers podcast. How is everybody doing this morning, folks? Remember, when you check in here, I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is in your area. Also, were five things. What are five things that you are going to accomplish today? Come on, let's set some Friday goals. We're going into holiday weekend. What do we got rocking? For us, it seems like my life is on rinse and repeat lately. It really, really does. We've got DTF that's going done this morning. We've got our live. We got this one here. And then we've got our mentorship call afterwards, and then I've got meetings the rest of the day. Yeah, buy business. They said meet with vendors, set up meetings, proposals, amazing stuff, employee stuff, product stuff. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. All check in. That's what we got. Today, I think we have a great topic, because we're going to talk about, how those, how you guys, I feel a majority of you are this, is you are at home apparel decorators. And we're talking about how we can grow on social media because like I said, if throwing if posting on social feels like you're just posting something in a black hole, you are not alone. Most decorators are not short on the skill, they're just short on the plan that gets the right eyeballs on the right posts at the right time. And so, the goal isn't to go viral. It's vanity metrics, right? Oh, I got a post that, did 40,000 views or 500,000 views or a million views. Awesome. What did it do? Did it generate any revenue? It's a vanity metric. Don't come at me with, we did this and we did that. You want to know why? Because I will gladly show you on our YouTuber thingamajigger, not our YouTube, on Facebook. I'll show you on our Facebook because our Facebook numbers are actually down for me personally on my personal brand. I'm gonna pull it up right now. I guess they're up in the last 28 days. We've had 12 million views, but we had a huge jump. We're up 14%. We had a huge bump on one day where something did go a little viral on it. But do you know what that equated to? How much do you think Facebook has paid me for 12 million total views in the last 28 days? You guys tell me that in the comments. How much do you think that Facebook has paid me personally for 12 million views? And we had an engagement rate of 10%, a little, yeah, just about 10%. 12 million views, and we had an engagement rate of 1.1 million. So, how much do you think that Facebook paid me for that? But we're going to talk about this. The goal, like I said, isn't to go viral. It's to become the go-to person, for parents, coaches, PTOs, and small businesses that think of the moment they need apparel. Like when it comes to you, what are the things with it? And so that's the goal for today. All right. So we'll check in. We'll see how people are doing. And what we got up here, Sharon, good morning to you from Arizona. And Tammy, good morning. And Lily, good morning. Keith, good morning to you. Cindy's got 63 and sunny. That's where we're right here. Caramel apple energy drink. Cindy, we went to the place, the food truck market that's across from U-Haul that they had there. They have a drink thing. They had a dirty Alani with the pumpkin spice with the pumpkin Alani yesterday. It's not too bad. I've got a peach vibe Celsius is what I'm rocking here this morning. Claire, good morning to you too. Jerry, good morning. Karen, good morning. Barb, good morning. North Central Minnesota, 58. I gotta look a little over because I got the comments on the side. So everybody can see the comments of where all they're coming from. A water in a cup, five things. Source TPU filament, 3D printing, test stitch, digitized designs, create blog posts, sports design. Love it, love it, love it. We just got hot there in South Texas. We had hot and then it went away. And good it went away. And I Bling and Design. Good morning, York, Pennsylvania. It's a pleasant 66. It's nice one out there. Great thing, good thing you like talking with people, Todd. I Yesterday was a lot of listening. Yesterday, my meetings were a lot of listening on my inefficiencies in the way I do things. And I love that when somebody has no problem calling me out on the stuff like, hey, you're spread too thin. You have a team in place that should be doing this for you. If your team is not doing this, then why are they not doing it? And I'm like, oh, you got a point. So we're looking at some things to change up and around. HR meeting today, marketing meeting today, a shipping meeting today. I think is what's all on the top there for it. Linda, good morning from Texas. Raymond, thanks for posting those the images, videos, everything you've done in the group. Man, I love how those are turned out. Keep up the good work. Everybody give a big clap. Not even a little golf clap, a big clap to Raymond. Those have been awesome to look and see at. From Texas, a wonderful day to be in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Jerry says growing on Facebook would be lovely. Still don't understand how my personal page can help my business page because your business page, you're not paying for ads, Jerry. You're not paying for ads. That's why. If you were paying for ads, it would help, but you're not. You're so business. Everything that I've found and everything I've seen is unless it's a pay to play market on the business side. And if you're not playing it, then you're not being seen. So your personal page is where you get interactions from. So those can translate into sales. Those can translate into things. That's why we post all of our lives, everything that we do on our personal pages. We are our brand. We are showing that off for it. That's how it equates to it. Jeff thinks I made $423. Jerry thinks I made $28. Claire thinks I made 12 cents. David thinks I made zero. It's definitely it's between those. I will say that. It is between the zero and the 423 for it. I will say that. Cindy's five things: bake clay fleeces, drill earrings, glaze earrings, package orders, print clay orders. Run up to the storage unit and check and see what we have. They'll be up there from like 11 to 2 today. 11 to 2. Moving vinyl racks, moving cameos, opening up, I think, two more pods, and then we'll be good to go on it. Jeff, good morning. Here there. Enough to buy a coffee? There's one did enough to buy a coffee. I will go with that. Michael, good morning to you. And Jerry's asking Cindy how they drill her earrings. Are they acrylic? Linda's five saying 3D printing, take football pictures, edit photos, design shirts, order soccer uniforms, rock and roll. Uh, Currently, I'm drilling earrings with my Dremel. Uh, I don't, we got to get a little tabletop drill press, right? But with that, you don't need a whole lot for it. I don't have for it. Nope, not 500. I'm drilling polymer clay earrings. They are tree cakes. I thought of you yesterday because somebody did brownies and they had cut them into triangles and then turned them into tree cakes. They decorate them as tree cakes. It was pretty nice. I was like, ooh, I should. That's something else. That's something nice with it. Okay, so we're going to go to my analytics and for 12 million views in the last 28 days, our revenue is up 150%. Our approximate earnings are up 150%. So that's, what a bump will do for it. It is a whopping $195. I don't know if you can see that. $195 is what it is. A whopping $195. But we have schedulers to post, and it's not about the revenue that's brought in. What are the other things that we saw? We're posting cameos. Each one of those is $129 sale. There's still some left, so that's some stuff to put it off there. Oh, this is from Pilar. Pilar sent us a gift, and we'll have this. I think I'm almost free. I'm almost positive this is free on the website for you to download too. And do I need maybe I probably need a little better lighting with it. Let's turn it on there. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Ooh, I can sparkle just sitting here. Looky, 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 looky. I'd love to see how everybody does theirs and what colors they do it in. So yeah, thank you so much for that, Pilar. Thank you so much for that. That's amazing. I love it. I love stones. So it worked out good for me. We'll continue to wear it, and I'll wear it up there a little higher so that they can see it. They can be like that, right? That way, and you can always come see it in person, Cindy. Just saying. Jeff, lots of views for not a lot of money. Yep, and that's what it is. So that's why we're talking about how we can get it. So today, the goal of today is building a simple, repeatable system for social growth that fits a busy at-home shop. Now, I feel these five tips focus on what actually moves the needle for decorators who use HTV and DTF transfers and rhinestones. Clear positioning, content that earns, saves, and shares, right? That earns, saves, and shares. Real engagement, easy path to order, and that consistency that you can maintain when life gets chaotic. Because, I don't know about you, but It always does, right? I do remember those. I do remember those, Sharon, the TRW Crew Bling shirts we used to. It was, I think, pretty sure that was the logo. So if we do trade shows again, we should start seeing that. We should. That's not on the site. Those are Twilight and the premium. Maybe we should put it on the site. We should put it on the site as a free download, right? Because I thought we had it. Do we just have a basic one? Tell me a little more information on that, because I think that would be a great one to see what everybody else can do with it. All right, so let's get into it. We're 12 minutes in. We're getting to the meat and taters here of it. So number one, let's define your audience and the content's pillars, right? And this is so that every post has a job. Now, growth starts deciding who you're talking to and what you'll talk about on a regular basis, right? When you define two or three, target groups, like teen moms, local small businesses, anniversary gift buyers, you can create posts that answer their specific questions and solve their specific problems. Remember, I've told you at the end of the day, that's what we are. It's solution providers, problem solvers. That's what we are. Now, these content pillars, these are your lanes, right? These are the lanes that get repeated every week. Like game day spirit wear, custom gift ideas, behind the scenes. We keep these same ones here with it. And when you stay in these lanes, what's it do? It keeps you from posting randomly, and it trains your followers to expect useful content from you. Every morning, we have a good morning post on this day. Absolutely nothing to do with our business, our decoration there. It's just a fun little fact every morning that we put out there. Why? People look forward to it. It's engaging. It's something fun. Today was the last Beatles concert. The last Beatles concert was today. That's today's fun fact. So we do that every day just for consistency with it. Now, um, this clarity, it also makes your caption stronger. So instead of saying custom shirts available, you're now saying varsity home opener next Friday. I can do names and numbers and glitter or rhinestones. Pick up on Thursday. Okay. Specifics spark action. All right. Say that again. Specifics spark action. When you have these pillars in place, you'll never stare at the blank screen again, because you'll rotate topics with the intention and speak directly to the buyers who are ready for you right now. So, some examples of this is choosing three pillars, like team stores, teacher gifts, and process reels, right? Monday, you're going to post a spirit wear idea with upsells, names and numbers. Wednesday, you're going to post a giftable idea, all right? And then Friday, you're going to post a 20-second video, all right? So we got team stores, we got gifts, we got reels. 3 days a week. Got it set there. Now, number two, your niche becomes quick turn fan gear and rhinestone mom designs. Okay. Well, every post mentions timelines and ordering steps so busy parents know exactly what to do. Now, what's the action step for this? Well, let's write down three audiences and three content pillars. And let's draft one post under each of those three weeks. 6 posts ready to go. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Corey says I need to show her pretty shirt too. I'll do that. I'll do that in the little breaky thingamajigger there. Tip two: let's show the process, not just the product. Want to know why? Because trust equals reach. You know, people don't scroll past process; they pause for it. When you show your setup, your artwork prep, brushing stones into a template, or a DTF peeling in real time, you're giving viewers that a tiny little dopamine hit, and that's the proof that you're legit, right? Process content also earns those saves and those shares, which the algorithm rewards far more than passive likes. All right. Your goal is short, satisfying clips or carousels that teach, reveal, or transform. Okay. Your goal is short, satisfying clips or carousels that teach, reveal, or transform. So lean into the simple, repeatable formats. What's on my press today? HTV versus rhinestone, same design. Maybe from artwork to mock up to final shirt. You know, add quick captions that answer the silent questions that all the viewers have: the time, the durability, the care. The more that you demystify, the faster strangers feel confident enough to order from you. So, an example of this is just, a 15-second reel, loading a hoodie, pressing a heel of hoodie, peeling it off. That's it. Pretty simple. Caption: names and numbers for Friday's game. 10-minute personalization. You know, that kind of stuff gets shared. Like I've told the story, we did not get the spirit wear for the youth football league, but we got the names and numbers of it, and it ended up being, what was it, 86 jerseys? Is that right? That seems a little low. It might have been more than, I think my last count was 86. 86, $10 each. Wasn't a bad afternoon's worth of work. You know, example two is a carousel. So slide one mock-up. Slide two is going to be, the template brushing in. Slide three is going to be the pressing. And then slide four is that sparkle close up in the daylight. Followers save it for later, and they DM you next week. So action step for this is record your next job. All right. I'll do this in 4 to 6 short clips and then that into that 20 to 30-second reel with on-screen labels. Design, press, peel, finish. Do this now. Do it today. All right. Number three. Number three. All right. Number three is build an engagement engine. And this is so the algorithm introduces you to new people, because engagement isn't luck, it's engineered. Ask deliberate questions, run run polls, you know, invite the micro interactions so that they are easy to answer. All right. Every time someone comments, saves, or replies to a story, the platform shows your content to more of their circle. And this is exactly how you break out of that bubble. Now, when you rotate those prompts tied to your pillars in local calendar, hey, that kind of, helps out. The big game weeks, teacher appreciation, tournament weekends, holiday markets. You know, treat your comment section like a sales floor. Reply quickly, ask follow-up questions, and move interested people into DMs with a friendly script. When you respond thoughtfully, two things are going to happen. Your posts keep traveling, and prospects feel taken care of before they even pay you $1 for it. So examples of this is post two mockups. Let's post an HTV design and then that same design in a crystal rhinestone and ask which one wins for Friday night, A or B. You tally votes in stories, and you tag a few voters in it with their permission, right? That's what we're going to do. Maybe we have, a story sticker, like here it goes on the image, right? Need names and jerseys by Thursday, vote yes or no. Everyone who taps yes gets a DMN with your order form and the cutoff time. See, yeah, they need it. Yep, they click this. Now they automatically go, and we've talked about this with Zapier, and we talked about it with other processes. We can just send that form to them, and it's done. All right. So, what do we need to do for this? We need to schedule 3 engagement props. All right. And this is just over the next week. Pre-write replies that end with, you want the link to order, and then you just paste your form when they say yes. Simple enough, easy to do. Now, as we add our intermission, let me find Corey's shirt and put that in here and do the little lighty trick so that way we can see it. Let's see there. Yeah, Pilar's posting comments in there. The comments come through. Yeah, it should come through. Yeah. Yep, it should come through on that side for it. When we did the 3-day training at Tribute, we did a hat with that on it. Still have it. Very nice. Let's see it, Jerry. Post it up. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Let's see. Sharon, I remember that. Yeah, I remember to like and comment. Absolutely. Absolutely. And he says, I think that's my major. I'm driving all over the place a little bit. It is. We need focus. We need focus. We need to stop busy work. Busy work kills a business. Everything you do should be actionable, measurable, right? Metrics go along with everything. You can say, hey, I did this, and this, and this in my business today. Yeah. Were those all income producing activities, or was it just busy work? And so you didn't seem like you got anything done. Everything needs to be done in a mindset of Are we producing revenue with this, or is it just busy work? And that's part of business. It took me a long time to realize that there's things that it's just busy work, and I'm not getting anything done, and I'm definitely not collecting revenue off of it. So it sucks. All right, Corey's shirt is right here. So we'll do that because Corey says, show my pretty shirt too. All right, Corey. There's Corey's pretty shirt. And I got to, there's Corey's one. Ooh. Corey, what's Corey's one? I got to do this and do that. And then I can do this. And then I can get it up here. And then, ooh, look at that. Look at that flash. Like, see how simple this is? Me showing a video, right? Showing the sparkle indoors. 10-second video. Love how this shirt came out, showing that off. Like, why can't you do this? What is stopping you from doing this right here? The exact same thing that I'm doing right now. Tell me what's stopping you. I'll tell you, you think it's got to be perfect. You think it's got to be polished. People don't like perfect and polished, especially for us. They want to work with us. They will know that you have the struggles. They know that they feel relatable to you. That's what you have to do. Uh, Good morning, Tanya. And Corey just popped in before she has to run over to occupational therapy because she thinks that she's doing stuff or she's fixing her elbow before we go put her to work. Yeah, is Tim printing or tinting today? Maybe he's doing both. I just picked my original heat press that's been gifted back to me. I'm so excited. Fun enough, I gave a heat press to somebody 7 years ago, and it was a 16 by 20, but instead of 16 by 20 straight, it was long. It was perfect for sublimating doormats. I let him borrow it. I've never seen it again. Never seen it again. I like the color. Nice job, Corey. Um, that was also from Pilar. Pilar did both of these and sent it over to us. And Pilar said these are diamond cut lotus on premium with premiums on Corey's, and I have the twilight. That's what we have. And so seeing things like this, like making these, let me do it again, because we see the stuff on the website, but what does it actually look like? What is it? How does it actually shine? How does it actually look? Those are the things we want to do. Now, are we promoting any of this stuff? No. Are we putting anything? No. Are we doing anything for Labor Day sale? No. You want to know why? I would really like to take care of the customers that have already spent their hard-earned money with us over the last month and get their orders out to them first before we start bringing in new stuff. The goal is to be caught up by Wednesday. I really think by Tuesday we can pull it off. So then you're going to see a lot more of things like this put out there with it. Love those colors. Pilar listed in there for it. Tim's embroidering this morning. Yeah, get after it, Tim. And Todd's is filmed and it's up on the TikTok. Boom, boom, boom. There it goes. And cleaning the work area right now, too. Very nice, Tim. Very nice. And there's the link over to the TikToker. The Tiki Talker, the Tiki Talker, the Tiki Talker. Let me wipe there. There it goes from there. All right. Let's get back into where we are. Number 4, let's create those conversion bridges. All right. So it makes it effortless to go from post to order. Now, growth that doesn't convert is just a hobby. Content that doesn't convert, you're just putting it out there, right? Every channel needs a clear path to purchase. A pin post with your order form. A story highlight named order. A link in the bio with, the spiritware and the arrow and custom and the arrow and rush, right? What are you coming over here for? She's coming. She wants to wear a shirt to OT. She wants to show.
Trying to explain what we do with rhinestones.
She's trying to explain what we do with rhinestones to the occupational therapist. So she's going to go show it off. All right. So, like I say, the rush, and auto replies that send people to the right place 24/7. Systems, baby. Systems, systems, systems. I went through marketing stuff yesterday, and I think I'm a pretty decent marketer. I think I am pretty good at spreading the word and the gospel, but I realize that no, I'm not by any means. It's busy work. It's busy work to go to this platform to post and then go to this platform to post and this one and this one and this one. And by the end of the day, I've wasted time just transferring from them. There's a better way. There's a better, faster way to do all of it. And that's what we're working on. A new system to get in place for that. Oh, it's going to change things. So, use simple offers that fit for decorators. Name and number add-ons. Such an easy upsell. Every spiritware thing that you do should have a name and number option. If you are not doing it, why are you not doing it? Bundle pricing. Hey, Here's what it is for one shirt. Oh, you want family shirts? Yeah, let's put that together. Minimum five. Here's what it is, and here's your cost on it. Maybe even that early bird personalization shot slots, with the cutoff. Hey, we're only taking X amount, and these have to be done by Tuesday, so we can come back to you on Friday. So we've only got 10 slots available, $15. Here it is. I need it filled here. You know, Social proof removes hesitation. You know, share before and afters. Share repeat customer shout outs. Share those quick testimonials. You know, the rhinestones still sparkle after 10 washes. We'll see. We'll see if Corey can. Corey has a knack for just getting stones off of stuff. Gee, I don't know what she does with our washer, but we have taken stones off plenty of things. Excuse me. When people see real results and easy ordering, they stop saving your post for someday, and they start placing orders now. Some examples of this is, you have a pin post that says how to order in 3 steps. It includes your Google form, and it shows, a 10-second video of the form being filled out on a phone. Save it, boom, orders go up. You're showing how it's done. You add a story highlighted, called Team Stores, with 6-slide walkthrough: design, size, cutoff, pickup, ship. You know, hey, somebody, hey, what's it take to set one up? We put together a video when I was trying to learn the software to see what it is. Spent about 4 hours doing it for setting up for stores. We use that all year long, and we've got a lot of stores off of it. And we didn't even mean to do. We just wanted to see how it worked, and that's what we just got to put together. So for the S action step is let's build or update one conversion bridge today. All right. Start here and post the form link, or create a story highlight that, answers pricing, turnaround, pickup. Okay. Now, number 5, tip 5, consistency you can keep. And this is batching and templates and simple metrics, because the number one reason that social stalls is inconsistency. Well, you fix that by batching and templates. I am a huge proponent of time blocks. Huge, huge, huge. I don't like to be all over. I will set down a couple hours at the beginning of the week, and everything that posts the rest of the week is scheduled. So I may not be on social media for 2 days. Everybody thinks I am. Why? Because I have set that time aside at the beginning of the week to schedule. I have a plan in place of what is going out each day. I can do up to 10 posts a day of what I know in each board that we're doing it on. You need to block out this time to do it. It shouldn't be a willy-nilly, what am I going to do? It should be consistent. It should be squared away. It should be able to look at and see insights of it and know what's going on and what can work and what doesn't work. Just block out that 1 hour, and just start shooting reels. When you're pressing, record everything. When you're cutting, record everything. When you're weeding, cut everything. Take pictures of everything. When you're pressing, your process is tons and tons and tons of content. Like, as we are going through this thingamajigger, through this transition of the build out and knowing what's going on, look how often we're posting pictures of things. Here's what we have going on with this. Here's how this is. Orders are going out. Like, there was one person who said, still waiting on a quote. I'm like, oh, and I found it. She's in the UK, and she wanted to get a cameo, but she wasn't sure what shipping would be. Well, she was in the other folder. So I looked, I checked. It's costing more than the cameo to ship it to the UK. Shipping overseas, man. What can you do? But back to this is we need to block out that time, to shoot reels, while the press is on, an hour to photograph finished items in the same lighting, an hour to schedule captions. There are so many templates out there that you can use for, creating those quote cards, for menus, schedule specific graphics so that every new post just takes minutes, not hours. Not hours. You should not be spending hours upon hours upon hours on this. You should just be able to spend a short little time block. That's what we do. I'm telling you, we do it. Team of one on my side, Fat Dad did it all. 6-figure business. One, and I still had time to run the business, do everything else with it. Still had time to answer emails, still had times for meetings, still had times for mentorships calls, still had time for this. If you don't have enough time in the day, look at your day, schedule it out block by block, hour by hour, and tell me what you were doing. You will find your inefficiencies. And that's what I was finding. Taking my phone, turning on do not disturb when it's time to work. This is what I need to do. I'm setting a timer for this hour. Setting the blank time block so it's consistently throughout the day. That's what it is. When you're like, now I'm going to go answer emails, and now I'm going to go answer texts, and now I'm going to go answer DMs, and now I'm going to go do this. No, 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 no. Set a time, get it done, and then you don't come back to it. That timer's up. I'm moving on to the next one. You know, there is so many ways that you can just make life easier with that. And then, track those numbers weekly, right? Track the number of posts, your reach, the saves, inbound DMs, and orders that are you're attributed to those social media posts. Because let me tell you again, we are not chasing vanity metrics. All right. Vanity metrics does not pay the bills. It may gives you a big boost, like, ooh, I got something that went viral. I had one viral video last year, and it got something like that single one, like 10 million views on Facebook. And I think it paid me something like $1,000 on it. Didn't equal any sales. Didn't equal any sales. Nothing came in from it. At least Facebook paid me for it. But it was clearly a vanity metric. Like, ooh, yeah, I got one of those. You're not chasing the vanity metrics. You are looking for those patterns, right? If process reels, spike, or if process reels save spike, hey, that works good. Let's make more of those. If the game day posts generate DMs on Thursday, make sure you schedule them every Thursday. You need to treat your content like a production line that you can refine, not a guessing game that you dread. Stop guessing, start tracking. Stop guessing, start tracking. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Stop guessing, start tracking. Your people and your numbers will tell you what to do. So examples of this is you batch, 3 press and peel reels on Sunday night, and then you schedule them for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. You know, engagement evens out. You stop disappearing for a week at a time. Why? Because you're doing what I'm doing. You're taking one day and you're taking some time and you're scheduling stuff out for the week. You don't have to worry about it. It's just done, right? A monthly content day. Ooh, hey, let's shoot 12 product photos on the same backdrop, the same lighting, and then let's export 8 captions from last month's top performers. And now we can schedule stuff 2 weeks in advance. We've got, 8 captions from last month's top performers. We've got 12 product photos that we can do. We can take care of it. So next week, short week, holiday week, doesn't change. We still have people that need to be serviced. We still have jobs that need to get done. But what do you need to do? You need to stop making excuses and start getting to work. Stop making excuses of why you can't do something. I can't do this because no, you can't do it because you're making excuses. Do it. I just need this out of you. 90-minute block next week, 30 minutes filming, 30 minutes taking photos, 30 minutes scheduling. That is it. It's just like a job that comes in. If you have to go through your order form and put in a job, I need 30 minutes of filming, 30 minutes of taking photos, 30 minutes of scheduling, and this needs to be done by next Thursday. Treat it like a job. Take pictures, take videos, process this damn. Like I cannot stress this enough. Stop doing the busy work and think that everything is all around here. Focus on this. Focus on this task. Take the time to do it. I've been doing it for years. And this is how we time blocks, time blocks, time blocks, time blocks. I cannot get that enough, right? So to recap, growing on social as an at-home apparel decorator, it is not about chasing trends. Yes, those are fun and those are things, and we can revolve around that content of what's going on. But what it's really about is the clarity, the connection, and repeatable systems. All right. When you define who you're talking to, you show satisfying process moments, engineer the engagement, and you make ordering effortlessly, and you stick to a schedule that you can keep, growth becomes predictable. You know, you'll stop posting when you have time. Stop saying that, gee, money Christmas, when I have time. Really? You don't have time? What are you doing? What are you doing all day where you don't have time? I used to say that, and then I realized, hey, kind of screwing around on this. Hey, I'm kind of doing this. I understand. Hey, there's times where I want to binge watch Love Island too. But there's times that I haven't done what I needed to do, so I need to get that done before I can binge watch it. Okay. So make the time. Treat the business like your kid. You'd make the time for your kid, right? You wouldn't ignore your kid. Your kid's growing. Your kid's going through things. Your kid's going to do things that you're going to miss out on because you're not paying attention. You're not giving your kid the time. Your business is the same way. Give it the time it deserves. Your job is the same way. Give it the time that it deserves. If you're not doing that, you can't expect things to just happen. Okay. So, 5 ways we're going to make this happen. We're going to define our audience and content pillars by choosing who we serve, and then we're going to rotate topics with intention. We are going to show the process, not just the product. And by doing this, we'll do short, satisfying transformations, that earn those saves and that trust. We're going to build an engagement engine, that has prompts and polls and fast replies that push your posts to new circles. We're going to create that conversion bridges, that we're going to pin the how to order, the story highlights, the simple offers, the social proof. And consistency you can keep because you're going to block out the damn time. Block out that time and just get it done. You're going to batch, you're going to template, and you're going to track those metrics, and then you're going to double down on what works for you. Because I'm telling you, you don't need fancy studio lighting and you don't need a marketing degree to win on social. You need a plan. And you need a plan that you can repeat every week, whether you're slow or whether you're busy. And this is where you can start with just one or two tips, from today. You've got 5 of them here. And then you can stack the rest over the next month. We are going into our busy season, folks. Stop making excuses, you know, and this is what we want to do. We want to see you succeed. Now, if this has helped you at all, let me know in the comments, right? Which pillar are you going to use first? I want you to tag people, who needs that nudge to post again? Tag them in that. And we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Not next Monday because it's a holiday. You know, together, this is what we want to do. Let's grow. Let's grow your reach. Let's grow your revenue. And most importantly, let's grow you. And we're going to do this just one smart post at a time. So that's what we got for you today. How is everything sounding? Which one are you going to do? No excuses. Which one of those are going to do? You got a 3-day holiday weekend. Take some time. What are we going to do? Uh, More facets give me more joys. You should see them in person. You should really see them in person, Cindy. You should stop up and see them in person. That's what you should really do. Uh, Maybe a video or screen share would help to explain it better. Which part, Raymond? Which part? And then we can see there. A little bit longer training may be in order. We do have things on that on whole stuff. We can put that together as a webinar. I have no problem going more in depth on this stuff and putting together a webinar that's not like a design webinar, a marketing one, and going over everything that we do. Absolutely zero things for it. So if there's a call for it, that's all on you guys. I can make the content, I can put it out there, but at the end of the day, if nobody signs up for it and does it, that's on you. And then I waste my time and energy and doing all that. If I can just change one person, that's all I need to do. If I can change one person, that's all it takes. One person is all it takes here. Jerry said lots of great info here. Uh, my notes are almost full from taking notes. Jerry, Jesus Christ, Jerry, I'm calling you out. What are you going to do with these notes? Jerry, give me one thing you're going to do. We're putting Jerry on the spot right here. Jerry, I do this because I love Jerry. Jerry is my voice of reason for those that don't know. Jerry is my, do you really need to buy that voice? And then I look at this guy and he's like, hell yeah, you do. But Jerry, which one of these are you going to use? Next Friday, I'm going to set it. What day is that? What day is that? We're going to do this right here because that is the 5th. Set me a reminder for 8:45 a.m. next Friday, September 5th, to ask Jerry what she implemented from our training. Thank you. Done. Calling Jerry up. Time blocks help me not squirrel, which I tend to do. Shock, I know. That's why I'm calling you out and I'm putting you on here. So that way we know, Jerry, that's what we're doing. Morgan, good morning. I'm not receiving the notices nor able to attend the Hall of Fame. The videos appear the next day. I've unsubscribed and unsubscribed again. How can I fix that issue? Morgan. Hmm. A member? Morgan, let me look and see on there with it. I know this morning's notification came out late. I don't know why. It's scheduled, ready to go, but that's that's one of the reasons that we have kind of that lead in because it kind of takes a little bit to set up, but and it usually pops up. It took a little longer this morning, so that sounds like a YouTube issue, especially if you are doing the unsubscribed and subscribed again. And then make sure on the Hall of Fame that you are actually a member. So that's anyway. You're very welcome, Beth. You're very welcome. We went long today, and I don't care. We've got our mentorship call here in 17 minutes. Is that right? 17 minutes, 13 minutes, 18 minutes. We'll go right there for it. And we can go over some stuff. I will, Jerry. I'll go a little more into it. We can get into it there. I'm going back to a product bundle that flopped. Maybe it flopped because I flipped it behind the scenes. Could very well be. And that's the thing. It's like, so when people say that didn't work, this didn't work, I couldn't get this, and I'm like, bullshit. Like bullshit, it didn't work. I didn't mean to swear this early in the morning, but I get fired up on this marketing thing. Like we'll do Facebook ads, and some of the Facebook ads don't work. Even when we have an ad fail, it doesn't fail. Why? Because I know what not to do. Okay, that doesn't hit with people, doesn't resonate. So let's not do that anymore. And then instead of changing everything, let's change one thing at a time. Because if we change everything, what was the change that worked on it? So there's a lot that goes into it there with it. Yeah, Jerry. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What platform do you use to edit videos? CapCut. CapCut's my go-to, but most times, to be dead honest with you, I'm not editing any videos. I'm doing a stream video of here, like the one that we'll put that I think is going out today is is where's that? Let me go to my. Do I have my videos turned on? Come on, Todd. Come on, son. Where you have it at? Where you at? Videos. Right there. Is that it right there? Yeah, it's just this video where it's just showing us going through, showing the stuff off. So there's no editing. There's just it. It's just a quick 10-second video of showing us inventory in that. So we don't need to make it super complicated, But for editing, CapCut is what I use for it. Like I can take this video here, this long format. I can go into CapCut. I can hit one button. It'll break it into 20 pieces of content for us. It'll add subtitles. It'll do everything for it. So definitely right there. David, definitely need to find and learn the software to automate. There's a lot out there. It just depends on what you want to do. Marketing side of it. Like we with our marketing team, they're putting something in place to really help out. I've used Buffer in the past. That's worked. I've used, Meta's apps. That's worked. I'm working through a field agents to see if we can make that work. But I know when we're tied in on our new marketing system, it'll always be there. I'm ready for the crap talk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tim, let's bag on Jerry. Right? She's always getting on you. Let's bag on her. Where's her stuff? Though that way we can get it. Yeah, Jeff. The thing that irritates me the most about CapCut is sometimes what's on the PC doesn't work on the phone, and what's on the phone doesn't work on the PC, and that irritates me. But for the most part, it works out pretty good. And Pilar, yes, I'm signed in, and I got on the channel Tuesday and tried yesterday, but the HOA was nowhere to be found. Hmm. That is interesting and odd. I have not seen nor ran into. I've not seen that yet because you should be able to do one or the other. Settings. Hmm. There. I forgot about CapCut. Adding that to my list of today. Very love it. Right? I don't have it on my phone for that very reason, or for that reason. I know. And then there's a new version that came out, and that right, they changed up plans on it, so I need to do that so that way we can set up templates of put stuff in there. And a lot of it. Listen, folks. How many times do you see a commercial before you actually remember you've seen the commercial? How many times do you hear a song before you actually realize you're hearing the song? And then how many more times do you sing along? Reuse your content. Just because you posted it once doesn't mean you can never use it again. Because you're telling me that in the 10 minutes that somebody scrolled back, did somebody, you posted something at 9 o'clock in the morning. Are the people that are getting off work at 5 o'clock and they're scrolling at their time, are they going back 8 hours? No, they're not. So post that again. I think what I read was it was 13 touch points before a customer was ready to make a purchase or remembered something like that. I think it's 13 now. Post, post, post. Put your stuff out there. Keep going with it. Do the stuff that needs to be done. Stop making excuses. Stop saying I don't have time. Stop with the busy work. Let's just get shit done. Like, that's it. Make a list. Make a goal. Here's what we're doing. Done. Okay. Then we can measure it. All right, this week, every week we're going to do 10 posts. Okay, now you've set the goal. Here's what we're going to do. We've got a timeline for it. Every week we've got 10 posts we're going to do. Now we can measure those analytics. Which ones are getting more reach on it? Which ones are getting more engagement on it? How does this work? Oh, well, when I show off my messy desk of all my stuff, those ones get there. Great. I can start taking pictures of the trash can filled with glitter. I can start taking pictures of the stones that fell out of the bag that are laying all over. I can take taking pictures of all of the peeled off transfers that are in the trash. I can show my mess and how my chaotic leads to other things. We just have to do it. All right. Stop making excuses. You know what? I'm totally going to do that's next month's webinar. I'm calling it right now. We're going to go more in depth on marketing and social media in general. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go a little more in that. I'll tell you about all the things that I use in it, the things that we're. By then, we should have our new stuff in place that we're using for the team for TRW. So we'll go over that. I'll make sure I can find some low cost or no cost options for scheduling for things for people. I will get. I will put together my dudes. All right. I will put together a framework because we're in September. I will put together a framework for holiday posting in that for all makers. If it's going to mainly be for at-home apparel decorators, so it'll give you a roadmap for holiday sales. That's what we're going to do. And my ask of you is once this is go there, it's only going to be $20. You're going to share the shit out of it. I want like 200 people here for this. That's what we're going to do. That's my goal for that. I'll pick out a date and a time and get it there. It'll be there, probably September-ish. It'll be in September. I'll figure out the day for it. But that's what we're gonna do. Roadmap to success. Setting up for it. That's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna do that because that's what we got, and that's for roadmap. We'll put that together. That'll be TRW webinar. I'll come up with a fun hook name for it. I got a lot of stuff that we've used over the years, and we'll be able to push towards that. So I really want everybody to have a super successful holiday season. Now, what's the catch to that? Well, there's a catch. Of course, we're going to push DTF transfers. We're going to push HTV. We're going to push rhinestones. We'd love for you to use our products at the rhinestoneworld.com. Go there. We'd love for you to use our affiliates. We'd love for you to use our discount codes. That's what we go is we're going to produce content to hopefully generate sales. Ta-da. But I'm providing value. I feel we provide a ton of free value. I do this 3 times a week for free to give you ideas in that. And our mentorship community, that is going up most likely in October too, because that platform is training. If you're an OG, your guys' stuff isn't going anywhere. Your stuff will stay where it is, but you'll be also part of the new platform too. Your pricing will stay the same. The new mentorship, that's going to be $100 a month for what we have to put into it, what we have to get out of it to make it viable for the amount of time you have to put into it. That's what needs to go to. I'm not going to argue with anybody on price. I'm not going to, here's what it is. If you don't feel it's worth it, see you later. But we are going to get this stuff out there and go away with it. Okay. I got our mentorship call we got to get ready for in 10 minutes. I've got stuff I got to print out for Corey. So when she gets back, she can do that. And then I've got calls and they're going to go stock and pull orders. So everybody have an amazing day. We are going to, it's a 3-day weekend. It's a holiday weekend. I expect from you people, I expect some grill pictures this weekend. Even though we're going to be mostly working, I'm a smart griller. We'll do pulled pork one day and ribs. Pulled pork, I can throw that on. I'll probably throw that on tonight. I'll do it hot and fast. So I'll put it on tomorrow morning early. So it'll be done tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, we'll do ribs. So there's that. And then one of the days, I think we're supposed to do a neighborhood cookout, and I'll be in charge of that stuff. So Jeff, get the paid version. You'll have more fun with it. Uh, everybody have a great weekend, safe weekend. We will see everybody back here next Wednesday. Next Wednesday's topic. What is next Wednesday's topic that we're going to do? Wednesday, September 3rd is your portfolio. That was a hard word to say. Your portfolio. Listen, your portfolio is your proof. So we're going to talk about how you can build a confidence boosting portfolio as an apparel decorator. So, when a potential customer says, can I see your work? What do you show them? If you're scrambling through your camera roll or wishing you had more examples, then that's going to be the episode for you next Wednesday. So until next time, everybody have an amazing weekend. Get up and do something. Go pull one of these and do it. Just do it for me, please. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I want you to succeed. I want to see what you do. Show it off for us and share this. Do all of that. Peace, love, press on. We will see you next.